Are you thinking about buying new construction in Northeast Florida? But you might be worried about walking into delays or hidden costs or dealing with a half finished neighborhood. Hey, those are valid concerns. And I have helped many relocating buyers through this. There are a few things that most people don't even realize, and I'm going to go over those in this video. Okay, number one is believing the builder timelines. And I'm not saying they're just throwing out timelines just for the heck of it. Things happen. We're in Florida. If it's during our hurricane season, storms can delay costs or delay the building process. Sometimes shipments get delayed. So if you're building from scratch, I would safely assume that that date that they gave you of when it would be completed is probably going to end up being changed. So you want to factor that in. And maybe building new that could take months to complete might not be for you if you're on a crunch with your timeline. So maybe a move in ready new construction home might be best for you. Number two, thinking that your new home is going to look like the model home. And maybe not too many people think this anymore because a lot of people realize you go into the model home, it's beautiful, it's got all staged out, it's got the higher quality upgrades. I think most people do realize that you're not going to buy a house that's going to look just like the model unless you actually buy the model, and that's a possibility when the neighborhood's almost built out. So what you can expect is obviously it's not going to be staged. There's going to be upgrades in the model home for most builders. There are some builders that do not have upgrades into the model homes because they actually want you to see what it's going to look like. So if there are, say, woodworking, things like that in the model home, you could probably have it done, but it is going to cost extra, or you could do it yourself after your home's built. So just know that when you get your home and you go to walk through it when it's completed, it's not going to be set up like the model home unless you actually ask for those items and pay the extra cost for that. So it's common when you go to look at a new home and you're getting ready to pick out the lot. Unless it's a home that is already being built and you're just picking out basically which house you want. But I'm saying if it's from scratch and you're going into the model with me and you're looking at it, you're going to see the plat map where it shows where your lot is or the potential of what would be your lot. Don't go by that. Go drive to the lot, walk it, stand on it, look in different directions like you would be looking if your house was there and you were actually living there, because you may not like the feel of it. Also, you want to take in consideration, is it going to be backed up to other houses? Are you going to have a neighbor behind you? Are you going to have woods? Are you going to have a pond? And those ponds that you see, they are man-made, they're retention ponds, and it's actually a good thing. Not only does it look nice, but it helps with drainage and runoff with the water and help with flooding issues. Okay, another mistake is assuming that warranties cover everything, and that is not the case. And it's also dependent on length of time as well. So you want to check and see how long do you have a warranty for the roof, the HVAC, the appliances. You're probably going to need to register your appliances, which will help you with warranties through that manufacturer. So it's really good to have a good idea on what warranties cover what and for how long, because that's the sticker is people assume that it's for like 10 years and it's only maybe for 3 years. So this is something that we will make sure we check out before we go under contract. Another mistake is forgetting the community timeline. So a lot of times, if you get in when it's first being built, usually that is going to be your best pricing through the whole build. But it does come with some problems, like you're going to be living in a construction site. That means they're going to get there early, get there, leave a little bit late. You're going to be hearing hammers, nails, compressors, music. You're going to see dump trucks going by. When they pave the roads in the neighborhood, they do the one layer. So eventually, with big trucks going back and forth, it does mess up the road a little bit. There's going to be dirt and debris. So you want to make sure that you can deal with that if you decide to purchase early on. Also, the amenity center may not be ready either. So you may not have access to this beautiful amenity center that they sold you on for months and months or a year later. So make sure you check that out when you get into the model home and we start talking to the site agents. Okay, I was only going to do 5, but I'm throwing in this bonus. And this bonus is probably one of the most important ones. It's about your property taxes. So when you first buy new construction, it doesn't matter if it's just built or if it's a spec home, one that they already have ready to go, move in inventory. The taxes that they're paying are going to be based off pretty much the land itself, not the house, because it just was built. So you need to understand that when your tax time comes around to be reassessed, it's going to go up. It's going to be based on what you paid for the house, minus any homestead exemptions you have. Okay, so keep that in mind. And we can play with the numbers to give you a little bit of a rough idea what that change could be when it happens, but just know that it's going to happen. Buying a new home is really exciting because it's clean, it smells great, and you're the first person to live in it. As long as you know what to expect, it is a great experience. In the next video, I'm going to show you what it's like to be at the beginning stages of living in a neighborhood, so you have an idea what it looks like if you've never been through a brand new construction neighborhood.